This is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum against AEW Dark Elevation. This is from August 30th, 2021. A very good show, a little less than an hour. Praise Omega. And we've got Eddie Kingston joining the commentary team again, a regular spot for him. So we start the show. We're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tony Schiavone announces that Tony Khan announced before the show that Hikaru Shida and Emi Sakura have been entered into the Casino Battle Royal at the All Out Buy-In. I assume they're going to have just about every woman that they have on the roster in that bad boy. So like I said before, we got Schiavone, Paul White, and Eddie Kingston. They're hyping up tonight's card. White talks about the match he's going to have with QT Marshall at the pay-per-view. And Kingston says, you know what I got to do? In anticipation for his match against Miro. First match, Daniel Garcia against Tyler Sullivan. Sullivan does okay. This is really about Daniel Garcia showing out and getting some wins under his belt. He does the sharpshooter, he taps out Sullivan, and we move on. Now, that because this is an enhancement or squash match or foregone conclusion, we grade on a 3-check scale. Did Daniel Garcia win in definitive fashion? Yes. Did he look good in the process? Absolutely. And did the person do a good job in defeat or get a disproportionately large amount of offense? They did not get a lot of offense, but they did their job and made Daniel Garcia look good, so 3 check marks. George All, in the plot line that they keep sort of forgetting about and then remembering the week after, where he's part of the Hardy family office, but he is their lackey, a la Brandon Cutler. He's taking on Cal Hero, and he wins in pretty fast fashion. Cal Hero gets a move here or two, but then he hits that pump kick, and he gets the win. And after slapping Jaw to inspire him. So 3 check marks, and we're moving on. Emi Sakura with Lulu Pansel against Ashley D'Ambrose. This match goes a little longer than any of the ones so far. Emi Sakura looks all right here. I just, I'm not overly impressed by the cut of her jib. She's got the whole Regal thing entrance. I find it honestly kind of a little silly and off-putting compared to what they're doing with the women's division, if I'm being honest. But I love that Sakura's double underhook backbreaker. And D'Ambrose looked really good here, so I'm going to give it 3 check marks. And so far, my favorite match of the night. Nyla Rose and Diamante with Vicky Guerrero ringside against Big Swole and Julia Hart. Everybody looks pretty good here. I'm going to call this a competitive match. So those standards are slightly different. Did both sides look good? I would say absolutely. This is the best I've seen Swole look in a long time, if I'm being honest. Rose hitting that beast bomb on Julia Hart, yikes. Did the team win in definitive fashion? Most definitely. And was something advanced for the future? I think so. I think there's this idea that maybe in some kind of combination individually, Swole and Julia Hart will take on Diamante, and that feud will continue between Swole and Diamante, and then possibly even Julia Hart and Nyla Rose. So, yeah, 3 check marks, and we're moving on. Hardy is backstage with Joel as he pumps him up. It says he loves it when Joel gets angry. He notes that AEW TV is on India, and he asks Joel to speak to the people, so he does. However, Joel doesn't bother sending out a longer message and says he's got a big head and he's really happy. They think they could have got more out of that segment, if I'm being honest. Get a hype package for CM Punk and Darby Allin and a tease for the countdown to All Out, which they will definitely do. Dante Martin. Let's see here. Let me look at my notes. Yeah, Dante Martin against Adam Grace. Adam Grace does a good job here, but really this is about Dante Martin showing up, and he does a fisherman's neck breaker for the win here. Let's pick a consistent finish for Dante Martin, if you please. That's my only quibble. That's my only gripe, but no doubt he looked good and Adam Grace kept up. So 3 check marks abound. And often on AEW Dark Elevation, we will get 3 check marks all night long. Thunder Rosa against Lanie Luck. I really liked Lanie Luck. I liked the look. I liked how she kept up. Thunder Rosa wins with the Fire Thunder driver, so no submission this time, but that works for me. I did love Rosa catching Luck with the tilt-a-whirl into a Russian leg sweep. I thought that looked really slick. Both sides look good. 3 check marks. Jade Cargill and Smart Mark Sterling. Let's see if they can do something different with this promo. Cargill saying she won't address the peasants. Sorry. He's saying that Jade Cargill is going to win that Casino Battle Royal. And Cargill says always bet on bitch, which at least is a little different, and now they have a focus on trying to win something in wrestling, which I approve. Team Taz without Taz is joining commentary in place of Kingston. So Brian Cage against Anthony Bowens. I thought the finish where Cage caught Bowens in midair for the drill claw for the win looked great. I thought they both looked really good here. I will not go so far. Well, let's call it competitive. Did both sides look good? Most def. Did Brian Cage look great in victory? Absolutely. And Bowens did a great job too. And then was something advanced? Yes, I think the beef with Team Taz and Brian Cage continues. Post-match, Hobbs says they have business to take care of as Hook goes to the ring. He throws his bag of chips on Cage. Bowens blindsides Cage as Starks enters the ring and tell Hobbs to give him the town business. Who betta? Sure as hell ain't you, Cage. Cage and Hobbs is set for Dynamite this week. Nicely done. Kingston's back on commentary, and we get Hikaru Shida against Heather Reckless. I really like this Heather Reckless. And then Shida with that tombstone variation I thought looked good. She mixes it up. She does the running knee earlier and then wins with a Falcon Arrow. It all looks good here. Heather Reckless does a great job. 3 check marks. Moving on, and I think they've done a good job of taking the eye off the ball with Shida, letting her pile up wins, not really getting her involved in anything. But I would expect after this Battle Royal at the pay-per-view, let's get Shida involved in something instead of just wrestling matches aimlessly. Sammy Guevara, Fuego del Sol versus Chaos Project. Very interesting here. I like that they're giving Sammy something to do that isn't just directly, it's part of his burgeoning star power is he's getting to do something other than inner circle business, and I think it's really great, especially on a show like this. Sammy Guevara and Fuego del Sol, of course, win. I will call this charitably a competitive match. Both sides look good. It's really an exhibition for Fuego del Sol and getting this team on track with he and Sammy Guevara. Chaos Project, as usual. Serpentico does his stellar job making sure the whole thing flows. So both sides look good, and Fuego del Sol in particular and Sammy Guevara look good. For the second check mark, was something advanced? No, not necessarily. So I'm not going to give it that third. Well, we're establishing the team of Fuego and Sammy Guevara. So yes, I will say a third thing is accomplished here for the third check mark. Yep. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for that episode only being an hour. It made for much more pleasant viewing, and I think some work got done here.